Good morning. This week we were tasked with using the Jerry Falwell Library database for newspapers, and then create a presentation that we would give at a professional conference about our topic. So in my case right here, I am presenting at the SABR convention in 2025, so which would be this June upcoming in Dallas at the annual SABR convention. This will be the 54th SABR convention, which is the Society of American Baseball Researchers. So in this case, I'm presenting about the formation of the American League in Major League Baseball. So in the 1890s, Major League Professional Baseball was under control of the National League, which had been in place since 1876. In the history since then, it's always been known as the Senior Circuit, with the American League being called the Junior Circuit, as it wasn't formed until 25 years later. So you had the National League in place, and aside from the National League, you had quite a few minor leagues, and you had a league known as the American Association, which was more of a quasi-major league, not quite major league, still just kind of like a minor league plus. So you still didn't have two full major leagues at that point. Well, due to the demand for more leisure time, the demand for more recreation, because society was changing constantly when it came to economics and it came to cultural norms, demand increased a lot more for baseball because it was America's pastime. It was the thing for people to do with their leisure time and their recreation time. And this newfound leisure and recreation time came from the fact that they had moved from an agrarian society to an industrial society. People were now living in cities, working on a clock rather than working from sun up to sundown, or working till the day was done, till the work was done. Now they're working an 8-hour, 10-hour, 12-hour shift, or whatever it may have been. And because of that, now they had more free time. They had more leisure time. So it was like, what do we do with this time? And they also had more, a little bit more when it came to discretionary income. So economics and industrial changes made a big difference, and it helped bring about this demand for more baseball. So in this work, we looked at the two newspaper articles that are in the abstract for this post this week. And the first one is Another Baseball League: Financial Backing Only Required for Players to Now Join the New Association. This is from the New York Times, October 25th, 1900. If we look right here, we can see a copy of this is not the New York Times, the New York Tribune, but this is a New York Tribune article from January of 1901, January 1st, 1901, which is the date that the American League was formed. So, but anyway, the Another Baseball League from New York Times, October 1900. So baseball season is ending around that time. The World Series was occurring in mid to late October. Usually by then. Today it's played in November, but so the stirrings are going on to form a new league. So this newspaper article talks about they just need to get the money in order to start the league and have to be able to pay the players, and then they'll get players to hopefully jump from the National League to the American League is the goal. The second news article is called Association Baseball. Mr. Hanlon gives his idea of how it will be fought, and it's from the Baltimore Sun from January of 1900. So this is a little bit earlier than this. This is prior to the 1900 National League season, but people they're already starting to think about ways to expand baseball. So in Hanlon's article in the Baltimore Sun, he talks about his predictions for how this will all play out. What will happen with the American Association? What will happen to form a new league? What's it going to take financially? What's it going to take as far as getting players to sign with these teams, et cetera, and how are they going to be able to compete with the National League, which really had a stranglehold on all of Major League Baseball at that point. So that was the work that they needed to get done. So those two newspaper articles were found in the Jerry Falwell Library newspaper database, the New York Times and Baltimore Sun articles. There's a treasure trove of newspaper articles available for this research. If I end up going that direction when it comes to my dissertation. This is something I've written about before with the formation of the American League. So it's something I'm talking about in this class. I do think that my research will probably take me another decade or so into more recent times. probably going to be looking more at the 1910s to 1920s when it comes to baseball. I'm not 100% sure yet, but this is a work from this week for the newspapers. Thank you.